Hello and welcome back to our channel Think Investments. Today we're going to be discussing a topic that is both controversial and alarming. Many of you may have heard of Ray Dalio, the billionaire investor and founder of Bridgewater Associates. Recently, he gave a warning about the possible collapse of the United States economy, stating that it could be far worse than many people think. In this video, we will be taking a closer look at Dalio's warning and discussing what it could mean for the future of the country. So, let's get started. Ray Dalio's investment strategies have earned him a net worth of over $20 billion, making him one of the wealthiest people in the world. He is also a philanthropist, having donated millions of dollars to various causes. Dalio has been warning about the possibility of a U.S. economic collapse for years, citing factors such as the wealth gap and government debt as contributing factors. However, his recent warning is more dire, emphasizing the need for immediate action to prevent a collapse that could be far worse than many people think. In addition to emphasizing the importance of bipartisan cooperation, Dalio also stressed the need for leaders to prioritize the long-term health of the economy over short-term gains. He believes that too often politicians focus on policies that will benefit them in the next election cycle, rather than policies that will benefit the country in the long run. This short-sightedness can contribute to the self-reinforcing cycle that could lead to an economic collapse. Therefore, it is crucial that leaders prioritize the long-term health of the economy and work toward solutions that will benefit all Americans, not just a select few. By doing so, we can prevent the worst-case scenario and create a brighter future for generations to come. The self-reinforcing cycle that Dalio is warning about is a complex and interconnected series of events that can lead to a downward spiral for the economy. When the economy struggles, unemployment rates rise, which leads to a decrease in consumer spending. This decrease in consumer spending leads to lower sales for businesses, which leads to more layoffs and a further decrease in consumer spending. This cycle continues, leading to a recession or depression. The longer this cycle continues, the harder it becomes to break out of it. Dalio believes that the U.S. is currently in the midst of this cycle, and if it continues, it could lead to a collapse of the economy that would have far-reaching consequences for the country and the world. One of the factors that Dalio cites as contributing to this self-reinforcing cycle is the increasing wealth gap in the U.S. The country's wealthiest 1% now holds more wealth than the bottom 90% of Americans combined. This creates a situation where the country's wealthiest individuals have more control over the economy and political system, which can lead to policies that benefit them but harm the rest of the country. This could lead to further political polarization and unrest, which could exacerbate the self-reinforcing cycle. Another factor that Dalio cites as contributing to the potential economic collapse is the U.S. government's massive debt. The country's debt has been increasing steadily over the years and is now over $28 trillion. This debt could lead to inflation, which could harm the economy and cause further political unrest. The government's debt also limits its ability to respond to economic crises, as it may not have the funds to stimulate the economy when needed. If the U.S. economy were to collapse, it could also lead to a decrease in the country's global influence and power. The collapse could cause a shift in the balance of power, with other countries rising to fill the void left by the U.S. Additionally, the collapse could lead to a decrease in funding for important social programs such as healthcare and education, which could have long-term consequences for the country's future. The potential consequences of an economic collapse are severe and far-reaching, highlighting the need for immediate action to prevent such an event from occurring. While the potential collapse of the U.S. economy is a daunting thought, there are things that individuals and the government can do to prevent it. One of the most important things is to address the wealth gap and create policies that benefit all Americans, not just the wealthiest individuals. The government can also address the country's debt by implementing policies that reduce spending and increase revenue. Individuals can also take action by reducing their debt and saving money for emergencies. In conclusion, Ray Dalio's warning about the potential collapse of the U.S. economy is a wake-up call for all Americans. While the situation is dire, there are things that can be done to prevent it. By addressing the wealth gap, reducing the government's debt, and taking individual action, we can work towards a brighter future for all Americans. We hope that this video has inspired you to take action and work towards a better future, and also give you a better understanding of Ray Dalio's warning about the potential collapse of the U.S. economy. We would love to hear your thoughts on this topic, so please share your comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Thank you for watching.